Hi, and welcome back to my channel. You're joining me today on board Balmoral, one of the cruise ships in the Olsen Cruise Lines fleet, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you around a pretty special suite on board. We're going to be looking around a premier suite together today, and hopefully you'll agree that this one is totally different to any of the others that I've already shown you on my channel. If you do enjoy this suite tour today, and if you find it useful, then it would be great if you would think about supporting my channel by clicking both the thumbs up and the subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to see more from Olsen Cruise Lines, then come over to my channel and I have got so much more to show you. I'll provide a link at the end of this video. Anyway, come and join me out in the corridor and let's get started looking around cabin 1005, which is a pretty special premier suite up on deck 10. To help you get your bearings and to help you understand exactly where this suite is located, what you're seeing at the end of the corridor here is the ship's forward stairwell. That means that you are towards the front of deck 10 and the onboard spa is therefore just a few steps away from the door of this suite. I'll take you on this tour today, first of all by taking you on a walk around the main parts of the suite. We'll then come back and cover each section individually in detail, starting with the main bedroom area, which we just passed through a second ago. If you do book this premier suite, then you'll be able to take advantage of the Suite Dreams package, which you can find out more details about from the Olsen Cruise Lines website. If you'd like to see the details of the Suite Dreams package, just head down to the description of this video where you'll find a link. Welcome to the main bedroom area of the suite. On either side of the bed, you're going to find some bedside storage. This side has something pretty unique about it, but we'll go into detail on that in a second. Here, you've got your in-room telephone. You can use that phone to call all around the ship free of charge. You also can call ashore, but you'll be billed accordingly for using the phone to call off of the ship. This really unique element here is how you can control some of the lighting around the room. You can also control some music channels via this device. I love it because it's such a nod to the ship's history. You'll find that in a number of cabins and suites all around Balmoral. The bedside storage on this side features 3 drawers which are all empty and therefore readily available for you to fill as soon as you get into the suite. You've also got a lamp directly on top of the unit itself. Over on this side, you can see that you've got exactly the same unit, you've also got the same light, and you've got a very similar, unique device that I mentioned on the other side, but you can just control the lighting from this side of the bed. If we now move across, let's look at the desk, or the workstation, or the vanity area within the bedroom part of this suite. You'll find another one of these workstations over in the living room or the lounge area, so you'll see that as we progress through the tour today. Directly on top of the desk, you'll find all of the literature that you need as soon as you board the ship. For example, your welcome on board documents, your passenger information manual, your spa menu. Here, you've got your binoculars and also your world atlas. I always think that's a great touch in any cruise ship suite. And it's great to have the ability to sit out on that huge balcony wildlife watching. Yes, I'll show you the balcony shortly. Looking specifically at the drawers, you've got 3 on the left-hand side and 3 on the right-hand side directly underneath the desk. On one side, you'll find things like your in-room Bible and also your hairdryer. All of the other drawers at the point of my visit were completely empty. So another example of the ample storage that you're going to have in this suite grade. Directly opposite the bed, you've got a flat screen television, which means that yes, you can watch that perfectly fine if you are lying in your bed. It's worth mentioning on the point of power, you may have seen some power outlets over by the desk. In this suite, it's a combination of European and US. I always recommend travelling with an international travel adapter that can suit multiple different countries so that you're never caught short. We're now in the suite's dressing room. This is where you can unpack all of your suitcases and get everything hanging up. You can see in here you've got a range of hanging space, also lots of drawers down at the bottom. Over on this side, you've got things like your pool or beach towels, your safe, and also some umbrellas that you can use on or off the ship. You've also got your laundry bag, so if you do need to do any laundry while on board, you can just fill the bag from in here. You've also got your life jackets and also your bathrobes and slippers, so there's plenty to think about in that dressing room. Moving out to look at the main lounge, living or social area of this suite. On the right hand side, you've got a small dining table with 3 chairs. It's worth remembering that you've got another chair over by the workstation that you can see at the background of the shot, and you've also got another chair at the workstation that I showed you earlier, so you would have the opportunity or the capability of seating 5 around that dinner table. You've then got a 2-seater sofa, a glass table in the middle, and also 2 1-seater armchairs. There's also a television over on the wall above the desk, so if you did want to watch the TV but you didn't want to be in the bedroom area, then you could have this one on while you're relaxing over here. On this workstation, you're going to find things like your minibar request form and snacks and your carafe of water, ice bucket, and also your kettle, alongside your tea and coffee making facilities. You've got a selection of mugs and glasses that are refreshed daily if and when you use them. Underneath the desk, you've got, yes, more drawers. There is so much storage in this suite. You've got 3 drawers on this side, and if I show you over to the other side now, you've got your mini fridge or your refrigerator. That, at the point of my visit, was fully stocked. If you're not going to use anything in that minibar, it is worth mentioning to your cabin attendant and asking if they can empty it so that you can then use that fridge for anything that you want to use personally throughout the cruise. So that's the bedroom, the living area, and also the dining area covered. Let's now move in to look at the bathroom that you get with this suite. You can see as you walk in, if you have seen my other suite tours from Balmoral, this is totally different. This cabin has a really nice marble effect finish in here. It's got plenty of storage down underneath the sink. It's got a really wide sink. It's got a bathtub over on the right, which I'll show you shortly, and then the toilet on the left. If we now flip the camera around to show you inside the bathtub, you can see that you've got a relatively low entry point there, so don't worry about having to heave over a really tall bathtub side. You've got a detachable shower head. You've also got a retractable washing line in there, so if you would like to wash anything through or dry your swimming costume after you've used the onboard pool or spa, then don't worry, you can do that in here. On this wall, you've got some open storage that's got some rails to protect anything from falling off while the ship is at sea, and you've also got an old style hairdryer in there too, although the one that you've got in your vanity unit or in your desk will be way more efficient. I mentioned earlier that you've got a large balcony with this suite. You might be able to get a feel for just how large that is by how much glass there is on the wall here. I honestly couldn't really believe the size of the balcony, but I guess for the price tag that will come with this suite, you would be expecting a good amount of outdoor space. Unfortunately, during my visit, it was relatively rainy as we were approaching Southampton, but you have to imagine what this would look like in warmer climates or in more scenic climates. You can lock that door using the turn lock system that you saw when we were coming outside, and look at these views. Out on the balcony, you've got a number of different seating options. You could choose to sit at your outdoor dining table here, which has got 4 chairs, or you may prefer to lie back or recline back using these sun loungers that come with a small table. Above that door, you've got a number of lights that can come on at night if you were to sit out here and it were dark. It is worth mentioning that up there is the top deck of the ship, and on the right hand side is the marquee bar, so you wouldn't have full privacy from the rail of this balcony, but that is the case with a lot of balconies on this ship. And that's it. That's a full tour of a Premier Suite on Deck 10 of Balmoral. If you enjoyed this video today, I have got so much more to show you. Click that thumbs up button and also the subscribe button, and why not head over to my Olsen Cruise Lines playlist, where I have got lots of content from across the fleet for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.